Here are the top 5 tips you can do to stick to a diet and not cheat. And the best part about this is it's going to take us 5 minutes to get through this, and the clock is ticking. So these are the top 5 tips that I have seen over the last 11 years that have got so many people stuck, but we're going to make sure this is not going to be you. Now my goal is to make this clear, succinct, and impactful. This will be we'll get as close to 5 minutes as we possibly can. Do me a favor, if you like content like this that is fun, that's action-packed, and honestly gives you the best results possible, hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell, because we want to make sure that you stay in the know. Yes, you are whoever day in your diet. You're just getting started, or maybe you're 10 days in, maybe you're 2 months in, and you're trying to figure out why do you keep cheating? Why do you keep feeling like you're not being successful? But these are the top 5 tips that I have seen that have brought the most success. And make sure you stay to the end, because I have a bonus 2 that I'm going to throw out to you. Because with the Happy Meal Diet, we need you to be successful. We don't want you yo-yoing. We don't want you falling off. We don't want you feeling shame. We don't want you feeling guilt. We want you to be successful. Number 1's going to be an easy one. Here's what it is. Eliminate this word from your life. Eliminate it. Like this diet. Don't say that word. When you say the word diet, it automatically programs your brain to say it's going to be missing something. So a big thing that we always say, like, of course, it is the Happy Meal Diet. But what I'm always reminding people of, it's a lifestyle. A diet means something that's short term. A diet means that you're gonna be limited. A diet is telling your brain that it won't get what it wants when it wants it. So it's just gonna naturally revolt. So don't call it a diet. It's a lifestyle. It's something that we are just so adamant about with anybody in our community. We want to make sure that you understand, you get it, and it's simple, and you can follow through on it. So, number 1, don't call it a diet. Now the second one, number 2 here. So this is 1. Number 2, now this is so you can't cheat. I am telling you to cheat. Have a planned cheat day. You know what happens with a cheat day, they come up unexpectedly. It might be a weekend, it could be an event, it could be whatever, but all of a sudden you end up cheating and it's not planned, and then you feel guilt. Click at the cycle of things that don't really work for you. We want to eliminate the cycle. If you know you're going to have a planned cheat, let's just say a holiday's coming up, and you're saying, hey, I'm going to have bad food this day, it changes your brain. It knows that those 5 days, 6 days, 3 days, whatever it may be leading up to it, you're going to be so clean that it's going to make you say, hey, I earned this, and then after that, you're like, boom. It's over with. So plan cheat days out. I know that sounds counterproductive, but those cheats actually boost your metabolism up, because it's like, oh, I'm getting these foods I want. I'm getting these cravings handled. So make sure you take advantage of them. It's not wrong to cheat on your lifestyle. Use your own judgment. So let's just say you didn't plan your cheat. Let's just say you call it a diet. What causes you to start failing is this butt sandwich, right? Because like I would have did this but if I had a plan. I would have had better choices, but I didn't have them. And when you start doing this butt sandwich, all of a sudden you start kind of snowballing. And so the big thing with number 3 is this. Make sure you understand that you don't need to beat yourself up. You are human. You're going to have natural cravings. You're going to have things that you want. It's okay. That's a part of being human. We want good food. We want sometimes bad food. Sometimes our body just wants it. Then you get it like, I guess I didn't want this just as bad. So number 3, the big tip is this. Don't beat yourself up. It's a trick, it's a trap. Shame and guilt don't help you lose weight. All they do is actually make you gain weight, and it affects your confidence. Because if you're already feeling like, oh man, I did this wrong, and I feel bad about this, then you're gonna double down and start eating sort of different things, or maybe you start drinking some of your calories or things like that. And then what happens then, your confidence is like completely vanquished, it's destroyed. So be easy on yourself. It ain't worth it. We're all about, hey, keep it in a positive. Great. You had a cheat meal, you didn't plan for it, great. Now guess what happens? You got extra fuel to be more successful. I'm glad you got that craving behind you. There's so many positive reframes you can do to make sure that you don't beat yourself up. We're flying through these. My goal is to get this to you in 5 minutes, clear and succinct, because you got other things to be doing with your time, except for watching videos like this, which are powerful and impactful. But it's to be realistic. And let me frame this for you. When I say realistic, I'm not saying that, hey, you'll never get that weight. What I'm saying, and this is just for example, I'm not picking on anybody, I'm not saying this is anybody, but if you've had fried chicken, I love chicken. If you like mashed potatoes and french fries, I'm talking about myself, for the record. And you're just eating all these things 5, 6, 7 days a week, 3 or 4 times a week, whatever it may be. It is unrealistic to say you're going to have baked chicken and broccoli 7 days a week. It's not going to happen. So when I say be realistic, I mean take steps towards building this momentum called a lifestyle change, right? So start off 2-3 days, hey, I'll do this, and then I have a few days of that. And then once you master that, then you move on. That's a more realistic way of doing it. It is honestly longer. That's going to be sustained a heck of a lot longer than you just going and blitzing and failing. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The fifth and final, before we get to the bonus, because I know you're gonna be a super rock star and hang out to the end, is the buddy system. Bring a friend. It's not just for the pool, but it's just for lifestyle changes as well. It's, whenever you're doing something that might be scary, maybe it's foreign territory, maybe you've done it before and you weren't successful, but whatever it is, it's always better to be with someone. Get one of your friends, get someone who can be a great accountability partner for you. It makes it that much easier. I'm always bringing up the metaphor, if it's like you're walking in a forest or you're walking someplace and you're scared, right? But or you're just nervous, you're not as confident as you typically are, especially if you're doing a new lifestyle change, you might not have gotten the results that you wanted. When there's someone there walking with you, it changes things. Like you can still feel that, lack of confidence, but you kind of feed off of each other and all of a sudden you get the strength to carry on. Maybe it's to impress that person, maybe it's to show them a better way, but you tend to do better when you have a friend. So use the buddy system whenever you can. Don't be afraid to take it outside of the pool. The buddy system works. These are the two big bonuses I said for you hanging around to the end, and thank you a ton for making sure you did this, because I want to make sure that you're super successful, and those top 5, hands down, are going to move mountains for you. If you master those and make sure you use 3 of those out of the 5, you're going to see some great success. But these 2 are bonuses, and they really do help. For the first bonus is this. It works better when you have a community of people. It works better when people are on the same journey with you. So it's like if you've never run a marathon before, and if you're hanging around a bunch of people who have never run a marathon before too, they're gonna say things like this: man, why would you wanna run a marathon? Man, it's crazy. Why? That's why they make cars. They'll say all these things to you and it starts getting into your head, right? But when you are in a community of people, maybe it's a forum, maybe it's some community online, maybe it's just some place where people have already done it, mastered, conquered, or working through it, all of a sudden it becomes a work in progress and you're part of something. So running a marathon, if you're around people who've done ultra marathons, people who are training for a marathon, people who are training for extreme swimming, all of a sudden, that doesn't seem like that big of a thing anymore. And then it becomes like, man, maybe I'm not pushing myself enough. And it really makes you tap into your real potential. Because oftentimes we underestimate our potential based upon what we think we see versus what actually is there. So use a community whenever you can. This last tip is a big one, big, boom, big. Because a lot of people don't know this, and I've been doing this for a while, and I've just been seeing it over and over again, and this works with anything outside of you doing a more healthier lifestyle, or maybe you are just working on being a better person. Never start anything on a Monday or a Tuesday. I am always telling people start on a Wednesday or a Thursday. There's so many statistics that prove this. Why is that? If you decide that I'm gonna start a healthier lifestyle on a Monday, right? Just like most people do, they might say it's the start of the week, or they might say just whatever it is. What tends to happen is you go hard Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday you might recover, but you might not, because you're saying goodbye to something that you really do love, and guess what happens? You go so hard that you can't start Monday, because you're still trying to recover. You can't start Tuesday because then you feel guilty. And the next thing you know, you wasted another 48 hours, which is gonna lead to another 3 days, which leads to another 4, which you're gonna start, I'll start next Monday, and then becomes another cycle. Start on a Wednesday or a Thursday. It works every single time. Trust me. Come back to me and let me know how that works out for you. I hope I hit that 5-minute mark for you, because I know there's a lot of different things you've been watching. We're just so appreciative you're watching this video. If you love content like this, join our community. Check it out in the description below, HappyMealDiet.com. I'll have the information there just for you to click, so you can join a community and learn about a community that helps keep you accountable. We have people crushing it in there. Thank you so much again for watching this. While you're here, take a look at our other videos. They're just as great, just as succinct, and honestly, we also got some good recipes that you need to look at as well to keep you happy.